According to Brazilian aviation authorities, a commercial airliner named Santiago Flight 513 took off from Germany on September 4, 1954, and vanished somewhere over the Atlantic Ocean. A fruitless massive search was conducted, and the investigators were finally forced to believe that the aircraft was crashed, and all the passengers had lost their lives in this tragic event. The story becomes even more fascinating when the missing flight allegedly reappears and circles the airport of Porto Alegre, on October 12, 1989, and lands with 92 skeletons on board. The authorities said that the control tower had no communication with the missing plane, that apparently circled the airport area, then landed. After going to check the plane, upon opening the doors, airport support and security were absolutely shocked to discover 92 skeletonized bodies, including of all 88 passengers and 4 crew members sitting in their seats. The more strange scene was that of the skeletonized pilot, Captain Miguel Victor Cury, who was sitting in the intact position and was still apparently clutching the controls. They also noted that the plane was still idling. Officials had refused to comment on reappearance of the missing Flight 513. They didn't conclude where the plane had been for the intervening 35 years. Dr. Ciatello, a paranormal researcher, said that the flight had almost certainly entered a time warp. There is no other explanation. But he doesn't seem to have had an explanation as to how the skeleton of the pilot managed to land the plane safely. Santiago Airlines apparently went out of business in 1956, and their executives who are still alive didn't know much about the flight to comment. Despite the government agents had conducted an extensive investigation on this case, they refused to discuss anything about the plane or about their investigation leads. They also refused to comment on Dr. Ciatello's claim that the plane had entered a time warp. And the government has never come out with any particular interpretation. Therefore, it is strongly believed that the government officials have hushed up this case. They have cleared all the evidence that time warp does really exist, and they don't want to scare us. This strange story was first claimed by the Weekly World News tabloid, on its November 14, 1989 edition, where the report of a newspaper reporter, Erwin Fisher, confirms the sketchy details of the event. But there's no conclusive evidence to prove the incident. However, there have been numerous such reports of pilots losing time miraculously, of people being teleported from one side to another, thousands of miles within seconds without any rational explanation at all.